Let's get started, man. Oh! Molweni sanibonani kunjani ndingumthwana wabantu man umthwana wabantu. Let's get started, man. So if you FaceTime here, make sure you come right here. You see this African beautiful bag hats and cap, come right here, subscribe. Let's go. Masambe. Let's go. So now question number 7 is very easy, man. Let's see which one should I start with. I think I can just start with the second one, and then when I get done I go for the top one so I have enough space. Now this is the point A, B, C, D is divided in line. Oh, we see we have a line point A, B, C, D. Oh, okay. And then what happened? So they divide. Okay, so we see A to B is 30 centimeters. They give us A to B, but we don't know BC, we don't know CD. Okay. Also, they have given us a ratio, the way how they have divided this line. Meaning ratios like 2.5 and then 1/3 and then 5/6. This is a ratio how they divided this line. Now, let me show you something quick. Very important. Let me get something here quick, just a second. Look here, man. If let's say we all have a okay, let's say we have a 20 goats. Or we African people most of the time have a goats and cows. So let's say we have a let's make cows, man. Or camel. Okay, camel. Okay, let's say cows. Okay, we have 40 cows. Okay, so we divide these cows among 3 of us. Okay, so the first one is gonna get, let's say we're gonna divide in 3 of us in a ratio of 2, 1, and 3. So they say how many cows the first one is gonna get, the first person, let's say call them A, and how many cows the B is gonna get, and how many cows the C is gonna get. You see what I'm saying? Now let's see. So for you to know how many cows A is gonna get, what you do is say, okay, A is 2. Take 2 over the sum of this ratio, which is gonna be 2 plus 1 equal to 3, 3 plus 3 equal to 6. So you take whatever they ask over the sum of this ratio number, and then you multiply by the total of everything, For this case we had 40 cows, man. Okay, for this case we had like 40 cows, excuse me. For this case we had like 40 cows, okay? So meaning, if you have 40 cows, means we're going to say 2/6 times 40. Now you have to simplify this, say by 2, 1 by 2 is going to be 3, and then 1 times 40 equal to 40 divided by 3. 40 divided by 3 is going to be 13 point something. But you know cows, you don't want to say 13.4 because cow cannot be point something. You can say, oh, how if it's half cow? Come on, the cow can be half. So let's say 13 cows. So for B, is going to be 1/6. Also for B. So for B is going to be 1 over total. 1 is B over 2 plus 1 equal to 3, 3 plus 3 equal to 6, and then multiply by 40. By 6, 1 by 6 is going to be 6 point something. So 1 times 6 equals 6. So the B1 is going to get 6 point something cows. So we're going to do the same approach for this one. The only thing, so my apologies. This is my towel. This is the one that I raised. So for this case now, from this equation, they did not give us, let me read with you so you can understand what I'm saying. They only give us A to B, the distance A to B only. They did not give us the whole distance like here, like previous, the one that I raised, they have given us the whole number of cows. So for this case, they did not give us the number of cows. So how are we going to solve that? Okay? How are we going to solve that? Okay, so now, we're going to say, excuse me guys, it's hot a little, okay. So we're going to say now, I'm going to do the same approach. Now, what do they want? They want segment what? AD. So AD, no, excuse me, let me read the question. A, B, C, D, and D divided into the line of segment AD. Means our segment was AD, so we have split by AB, BC, and CD. Now, what is the length of BD? Length of BD, B to D, I need to have this length of BD, divide by total of all this ratio. You see what I'm saying? I need to have the ratio of the BD, the ratio, what is the length of BD? I need to have a ratio of BD. What is the ratio of BD? So we're going to take, look here. So this one we have a ratio of line A to D in the ratio of, okay, so this is the first one, second one, third one. So here to here is 2.5. Here to here is 1.5. Or you can say 1/3. And here the last one is 5/6. So BD is like all of this. All this BD, because they asked for BD. This divided by the sum of all. And then we multiply by total. So the problem now, we don't have a total. They only give us this length of A to B. So the first trick, we have to find the total. So in other case, you can say, okay, so we're supposed to do like this. Look, we're supposed to do like, okay, BD, that's what we're looking for, BD. So I'm going to say BD. Excuse me, a second. Yeah, so BD, we're going to have to add. We add what? B to D means 1/3 plus 5/6. So 1/3 plus 5/6, you can put in the calculator because that's a BD. Okay, 1/3 is like 3 times 1 equals 3 plus 4 because you have to, okay, we can plug it straight. Okay, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and they can plus 5/6, 5/6. And this is going to give us 13/6. Okay, so BD, we're looking for BD equal to 13/6, and then we have to divide by the sum of all of this, just like how we did before. So when you add all of this, you can plug in the calculator. It's going to give us 14/3, I believe. Yeah, 14/3. Yeah, 14/3. And then you multiply it by the total distance. So now the thing is, we don't have a total distance, so we need to find that total distance. What is the total distance? Total distance is AD. So we need to find AD first. And then when you get AD, we can just multiply simple. AD is the total distance. And then we're gonna get what we're looking for, BD. So the first things we have to do now, we have to find the BD, because we don't have this BD. So now, look how I'm gonna get the BD. Excuse me, guys. How I'm gonna get BD is easy. So how I'm gonna get BD? So now they give me BD. So I'm gonna, let me just say this one, leave it for now, and they'll come back. The moment I get BD, the business is done. So I'm gonna say now, but something they give us AB here for a reason. So they give us AB. Let me use that AB. You see what I'm saying? Let me use a tricky. Let me use this AB to get the value of everything. So now we're gonna say, since they give me this AB, let me use this AB. What is AB? 2.5. So it's like a 2.5. But what is 2.5? You can change this to improper. You change to improper, you multiply and then you add. 2 times 2 equal to 4. 4 plus 1 equal to 5. So it's like 5/2 over the sum of all of them. What is the sum of all of them? You know why I do this? Because I know they have given me this 30. So I want to say, let me take a ratio of this AB, which is what? 2.5. 2.5 is like 5/2 over the sum. If you add all of them, it's like 14/3. And then I multiply by everything AD, which I don't know. But we know the value of this AB. They give us 30. So I'm going to say this is equal to 30. You see, they give us already. Okay, I'm going to say it again, guys, just in case you don't know. So I'm going to say this one here, divide by the sum, because you take the part of the fraction of a ratio, divide by the sum of a ratio, and then you multiply by, and the reason I choose here because they have given it to me. So when you multiply that, it's going to give you 30. So now let's find the value of AD. So now we're going to say, I'm going to multiply by 14/3, multiply by 14/3. It's just no fraction. Now multiply by 14/3 throughout. So this and this cancel. So I'm going to let it 5/2 AD. 5/2 AD equal to, I hope you can see. I want to make sure like if you can see there, because I don't want to solve and then you cannot see. Yeah, you can see. Excuse me. So now you say 30 times 14/3. 30 times 14/3. 30 times 14/3 equal to 140. Yeah, 140. See? Okay, 30 times 14/3. Let me take my calculator just to make sure. 30 times 14/3. Yeah, 140. So this is going to give us 140. So we're going to divide by 5/2 throughout, divide by 5/2, divide by 5/2 throughout to get AD. So when you divide by 5/2 here and you divide by 5/2 here also, 140 divided by 5/2 is going to give us 56. Okay. So this is going to give us 56. So our value of AD, or the length of T, equal to 56. Oh, so AD equal to 56 means all this length equal to 56. Means from here all the way to an end equal to 56. So if you get 56, means you're going to come and plug it in here to get the value of BD, what we're looking for. Okay, so now let's come in and plug in 56, because now we know the value of BD equal to 56. So this is equal to 56. So now I'm going to say, take my calculator now. I'm going to say 13 over 6, and they can multiply by 56. You can plug in the calculator, guys, if you want, and then divide by 14/3. 14/3. And this is going to give us 26. So 26 is the last option. So this is our last option in there. the right answer. So that's how you do the second question. The reason I start with this because I want to have a space. Now let's go for the first question. So our option is number 4. That's the right option. Okay. And now let's go for the first question. Excuse me. Sorry guys. Excuse me. Now let's go for an easy question. But it confuses some of the students. I understand why this is an easy question too. Man, I'm sweating. Okay, cool. Okay, now let's go for the first question. The first question is easy, man. Now let's say simplify this expression. Okay, now we're gonna do, okay, I'm gonna say for 80 divided by 4. So me personally, I'm gonna say for 80, let me break it so it's going, because there is no square root of 48. No number when you square root 48 is gonna give a decimal. But here remember they force us to have this option. So you have to break in a way that then it's not going to be seen like you use a calculator, or you don't have to use a calculator. So say for 80, for me I'll say 16 times 3. You know why I do that? Because 16 is going to give me 4 and then over 4. But in mathematical, this you can say 16 times 3, you can separate the root, because 16 times 3 equals 40, 80, and then you can separate the root. You can say square root of 16 and then square root of 3. This is like multiplication, or you can say dot. Same thing, it means the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So now square root of 16 equal to 4 and then square root of 3. So all this stuff here, what is that? This one here equal to 4 square root over 3. But you have to divide by 4, remember. So you're going to say all this stuff is like 480 divided by 4. So all this stuff is supposed to divide by 4. So all this we just got now divided by 4. 4 and 4 cancel. So equal to square root of 3. So all this stuff equal to square root of 3. So I'm going to say here, on the right hand side, all the things equal to square root of 3. Now we come here. So we do the same strategy now. 6 times, so I'm going to say 1, and then here for 12, if I say 6 times 2, it's not going to solve the problem, because 6 and 2, none of them, it has a square root. So I'd rather say 4 and 3, because I know 4 is going to be, it has a root. So let's go to 6 times, I can separate the root for each one. Square root of 1, square root of 4, and square root of 3. Square root of 1 equal to 1. So this time is saying 6 times 1, so this is going to be equal to 1. 6 times 1 equals 6 over. Square root of 4 equal to 2 times square root of 3. You can just say that. Square root of 3. So by 2, 1 by 2, 3. Because 2 divided by itself 1. How many 2 in 6? 3. So here we have 3 square root of 3. So all this stuff equal to 3 square root of 3. So we get a second one. So this is going to be 3 square root of 3. Now we go for the next one. So 27, I'm going to do the same strategy. Same tricky. Tricky, same tricky. Now let's go. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm going to come to the 7. To the 7 I'm using the same tricky. So the 7 is like 9 times 3, because this alone 9 is going to give me something. So say square root of 9, square root of 3. Square root of 9 equals to 3. And then we have a square root of 3. So here I'm going to say minus 3 square root of 3. So now we see, do you have any of this option? Because from the question they say, which is not equal. So when you simplify, we want to take the answer which is not right when you simplify. So these are first option. Let's see, can you find this in here? Yes, this one here. So this is the answer. So for this is correct, and we want the answer which is not equal to this. So this is equal to this, which is equal to this. So this is not the right answer, but it's not what they ask us to do. Now, we want to see, can you simplify this to get another 2 more? Yes. So what I want to do, I can simplify this. Okay, look, let me take it here. Let's see how we can simplify. So to simplify, if you, okay, so you have a square root of 3. I can just do it. Say, put over 1 and this put over 1. You know why we say that? Because if you have a 7, 7 is like 7 over 7. 7 over 1, my problem. 7 1 equal to 7. 7 over 1 equals 7. 6 is like 6 over 1. So if I say over 1 over 1, it didn't make any difference, because if you take 7, then you say 7 over 1 is the same thing. If we say 6, and if we say 6 over 1, it's the same thing. So if I say over 1 here, it did not make any difference. If I say over 1, it did not make any difference. So now, I'm going to say let's find the common denominator. How do I make common denominator here? I can multiply by these throughout, because this is 1, this is 1. So let me take this, multiply here, and multiply by that, but not this. But if you're not sure about that, rather take 2 group, get the answer, and then take that answer with the other group. So let's take a 2 group, so you're not going to get confused, okay? So I'm going to say square root over 3. I'm going to take this, multiply by this. So square root over 3, multiply by square root over 3. But let me show you something. If somebody gives you square root of 8 times square root of 8, this is equal to 8. Why? Because 8 times a is a square, then we have a square root. This and this cancel equal to 8. So if I have a square root of 7 times square root of 7, this is equal to 7 also. Shortcut. So here, if I say this square root of 3 times square root of 3 equal to 3, yes, it's 3. Now, plus 1 times 3 equal to 3. Always start this way. And then we over 1 times square root of 3, square root of 3. Now we come here minus. So this is square root of 3, 1. Now, let's simplify these two now. You know what I'm saying? Let's simplify those two. Show us what we got. A second. Okay, so now simplify this two. We do the same strategy. Because if I look here, we have this here. No. But I kind of go in there if I look, but it's not yet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is like this. Is it? But not. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the same thing I did previously. Now, I'll take 1 multiplied by the whole group. 1 times 3 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 3. Minus. Now I'm gonna take this multiplied by that. So square root of 3 times 3 square root of 3. This multiplied by this equal to 3, because the same thing, and then they have a root. So it's like 3, and then we have a times, and then we have another 3 here. So it's gonna be 3 times 3. Okay. 3 times 3, which is this one we see, and then now we say 3 times 3, and then we over multiply these two. Square root of 3 times 1 equal to square root of 3. So is this one? Yes, it's true. It's a true answer, but it's not what we're looking for, because we're looking for something which is not true answer. Now, either this or this. We got pickles. Okay, so now let's go. So now we're going to say, let's simplify this. 3 plus 3 equals times table. How can I forget the times table and plus? 3 plus 3 equals to 6. Minus 3 times 3 equals to 9. Square root of 3. Okay, 6 minus 9 equals to negative 3, of course. Okay, so this is a true answer, which is this. So this, we don't want the true answer, because we say the one which is not. So this is not, because after simplify, we didn't have this. So this is our answer. So I'm saying easy. It's just a waste of time. You do this question. It is easy like that, man. Thanks a lot. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I believe in learning from how to do things. If it's make sure you subscribe, and you can just go and do donation to our Patreon page. I have a Patreon, I have a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? I have all the means of donation, because to make this project going, any type of donation, the little that you think is too small for you, it could make a lot of change. And thanks a lot for all your time. Subscribe, don't forget, share this video, circulate to a lot of people, because the meaning of this project, this program, is to help as many as we can. Okay, it's not only for one person or two, because you might think it's not helpful for you, but for somebody next out there, it could be very, very helpful. So thanks a lot, man. And any donation that you did to me, it means so much. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Go to our Patreon page, go to our GoFundMe, because we need to have a lot of things. We need to put them together, like camera, and a lot of equipment, so that we can improve on a lot of angle, a lot of aspects of these projects. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate and I love you. Peace and man. Bye. This is one of my students of knowledge. She wanted to introduce herself. What's your name? Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Kali. I go to South Primary School.
Yeah, I'm trying to Bantu. Bantu is everywhere, right? So this is my other student. His name, what's your name? Matthew, yeah, he's grade 11, man. So his aim is to score distinction, right? So you promise, I want you to score distinction this time. And what's your name? Joshua, how much you promise me to score this time?
Distinction.
Distinction. Yeah, so trying to Bantu is everywhere, man.
I'm trying to Bantu everywhere.
Everywhere.
John Obad.
Exactly. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
If you had to give advice, which advice would you give to the people or to the students?
Trust Amish.
Why would they trust me?
No, because it's really good. It actually has helped a lot. I redid first year for maths. It was my own fault, but also I didn't know a lot of the work. And Amish said lots of hard questions, and it's demotivating sometimes to do the harder stuff. You just want to get done, but it's the hard stuff that makes you realize the easy stuff is easy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hamish. Thank you, and wish you all the best with your hard work. And I just want to say we appreciate you, and I have achieved like 93%. Sanbonani. This is Emma Ononkulawam Kizismongo. I live in Devon in KwaZulu-Natal, and I was born in KwaHlabisa in KwaZulu-Natal.
Hello everyone, this is Uketele Nomvalo from Johannesburg, Midrand. I'm studying through E. I would like to thank Mr. Hamish for helping us so much. We have actually got 90 to 100% on that. Thank you so much, Mr. Hamish. Siyabonga.